Welcome to the Jerry Graves channel. This channel talks about narcissists. I want to go ahead and jump straight into the topic, but first, make sure you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Let's jump into it. Narcissistic parents making you socially awkward. Coming up in a home where narcissists are picking at you, and they just enjoy seeing you panic. They enjoy seeing you scared. They enjoy seeing you worried about things. They enjoy it. They enjoy seeing your awkwardness. And coming up in a place like that where the house is kind of a war zone. The problem is that it wears you out. It makes you not really want to take care of yourself the same way. You don't have the energy to now make sure your hair's laying down perfectly. You know, you're not sleeping well, so you're not taking care of yourself and being what you would be if you weren't in that situation. And it shows to other people. You know, they might not think that, oh, well, he's being abused. They just think that you're the type of person that don't do those type of things. You know, you don't care about how you look. But no, you just don't have the time. You don't have the energy now. And it doesn't matter, because they're going to think what they're going to think, and they're going to do what they're going to do regardless of what the real reason is. And so now people kind of might want to fall back off of you. You know, who's this guy walking around with his hair uncut? And they don't know what you've been through. And so now you're second guessing your social skills. Your things aren't working, and you don't know exactly why. You know, you thinking it's not a big deal, that you're just a little bit rough around the edges. You know, you think it's not a big deal that you've been wearing the same jacket year after year after year, or the same, you know what I mean? The same clothes. You do what you can, but other people do react even if it's not fair. So that'll take a toll on your social life and make you second guess your abilities. And the thing is before you get abused, like a lot of people, they might not get abused straight all the time by their parents from birth. Like some people, the parents are kind of going at each other, you know, but eventually it'll get turned to you as you start to age. When you're younger, it's kind of like, at least this isn't with everybody, but some of the situation is they're going back and forth at each other, and then as you get older and you become more prominent and you become more of trying to become yourself, or you know, you stand out more, or let's say there's a divorce, or there's just stuff that goes on where now you are the main target. In the beginning, you were socially well adept, you had things going for yourself, you thought you had a bright future, but then all of a sudden this thing happens, and now the way the whole world treats you is different, and you can't put your finger on it. You can't figure out why. And this is the reason why it's completely important to master how you look, to master and take a lot of time. You know, practice talking in front of a mirror, practice your appearance, film yourself every once in a while, giving a presentation or whatever, you know, but master how you do things, because it's so important. People judge you based on how you look and based on how you do things. They just judge you completely. It ain't no question about it. They're just like that. So the point is, if you've been abused, and just in general, if you're trying to accomplish anything, this part of your life has to be good. And you can't do it just by going out and socializing, because a lot of times there's stuff that you're going to be doing that you don't realize you're doing, like habits that you've picked up from being in a toxic environment. And your parents, who are supposed to tell you about these things, they want your life to go down in a drain because you're awkward. So they don't tell you what you're doing wrong. But usually your parents would tell you, oh, well, you're slouching, or you need to tilt your head up. Why you always look like you're looking down at the ground? Your parents are supposed to do those type of things. It's almost a cultural thing in general. Like, people make reference to that in popular culture, like your parents telling you not to slouch and stand up straight, but you'll notice that they don't do that. They don't do that with you. If they do it, it's not to help you. It's like another disguised way of bothering you and picking at you for their entertainment, but disguising it as parenting. And you'll know the difference. Your parents will, you just feel really agitated when they do it. They're always, and how they're saying it, and they're aggressive, and pick your head up. Why you eating like that? Yelling at you. They're not doing it in a caring, normal way. So they're doing it, but they're driving you away at the same time. But even the things that they say aren't going to be everything you need to know. They're going to hold back stuff on purpose and just hope that you never discover and figure out and find your own way again, because they want you to fail socially, so you have to come and live with them, and they can do this to you for the rest of their life. If you're socially awkward in any kind of way, your parents are supposed to be on that. If you're a good parent, they're supposed to be on you about that. Not just telling you, why don't you get out the house sometimes? Why don't you get out the house? Like shaming you, but telling you specifically what it is about you that makes you seem awkward. Observing you around other people and trying to help you solve that problem, because they know, if they've been in the world at all, they know how important it is just to keep a job. Socially awkward people don't move up in companies. Socially awkward people end up homeless a lot of times. They end up losing everything. If you don't fit in socially, especially like if you're a black person, you already have your blackness against you, and you're going to go out here and be socially awkward? No, like, you can be completely crushed by this system. It don't matter how smart you are. If you don't figure that part out, it don't matter how skilled you are, you'll be crushed. That's the truth, and your parents knew that. And they should have been helping you the whole time. But they don't. They purposely hold back. If you never got any real advice, if everybody knows, everybody's trying to shame you about getting a girl or being in a relationship and all this, but if you look back, they never gave you any solid advice on what it is that's holding it back, and then they're the problem. A lot of these people around you are the problem. They do it on purpose. They hold information from you. They know you can't solve these types of problems yourself usually. You can't see yourself. And they know that they caused all these problems. They know that you were well adjusted until they started bothering you. They know what they've done. And they don't want you to correct it. They want you to lose. So to sum up the video, this is one of the most important things you have to do in your life if you were raised by narcissistic parents. Even if you're able to get by a little bit, to truly reach your potential, you do need to work on your image and how you portray yourself, how you speak, how you walk, how you talk, how you stand, how you sit, how you eat. Everything needs to be thought about and mastered, because all that where I don't really care what people think, that can hold you back. Get your hair done professionally. Don't cut your own hair. Like, you need to get all your ducks in a row. I mean, if you're really good at cutting your own hair, you'll know it and keep doing that. But try to cover all the bases. Get your ducks in a row. Make sure everything's to the tens. Get somebody, if you can afford it, get somebody who's a image consultant to help you pick out your wardrobe. You know, get everything as good as it can be, and just see what changes in your life. And get somebody to help you with your body language, your posture. Everything needs to be overhauled so you can beat these people. You want to win in the end. It don't matter how many losses you took in high school, middle school. It don't matter in your early 20s. All it matters is who wins in the end. And you want to be the one who wins in the end. And this is a major cornerstone to you losing. Don't be one of these people that are like, oh, well, I don't care. People don't accept me. And you're trying to talk confident like that. Like, no, it needs to be mastered. And that's just the game. Peace.